Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived in a small village. Her name was Little Red Riding Hood because she always wore a red cape. The cape was very bright and beautiful, and everyone called her Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood lived with her mother in a small house. Her mother was a kind woman, and she always taught Little Red Riding Hood to be kind and polite. One day, her mother gave her an important task. Her grandmother was sick, and Little Red Riding Hood needed to bring her some food and medicine. "Go to your grandmother's house in the woods," said her mother. "Take this basket of food to her, but be careful. Stay on the path, and don't talk to strangers." Little Red Riding Hood agreed and started walking through the forest. It was a beautiful day, and the forest was full of flowers and birds. She walked slowly, picking some flowers along the way. She loved the forest, but she remembered what her mother told her. "Stay on the path and be careful." As Little Red Riding Hood walked, she met a big gray wolf. The wolf saw her and smiled. "Hello, little girl. Where are you going?" asked the wolf in a soft voice. Little Red Riding Hood was a little scared, but she remembered her mother's advice. "I am going to my grandmother's house," she said. "She is very old and sick, so I'm bringing her some food." The wolf thought for a moment and then said, "Your grandmother's house is far, but if you take the long way, you will see many beautiful flowers. Why don't you pick some for your grandmother?" Little Red Riding Hood liked flowers, so she decided to listen to the wolf. "Okay, I will pick some flowers for her," she said, and stepped off the path. While Little Red Riding Hood was picking flowers, the wolf ran quickly to her grandmother's house. He arrived first and knocked on the door. "Who is it?" asked the grandmother. "It's me, Little Red Riding Hood," said the wolf, pretending to be the girl. "I have some food for you." The grandmother was weak, so she told the wolf to come in. The wolf entered the house and quickly ate the grandmother. Then he put on her clothes and lay in her bed, pretending to be her. Meanwhile, Little Red Riding Hood finished picking the flowers. She put them in the basket and continued to her grandmother's house. She was happy, thinking about how her grandmother would like the flowers. When she reached the house, she noticed something strange. The door was open, and it was very quiet inside. She walked in carefully and called, "Grandmother, I'm here." "Come in, my dear," a voice said from the bedroom. It didn't sound like her grandmother's usual voice, but Little Red Riding Hood thought nothing of it. She went to the bedroom and saw Grandmother lying in bed. "Grandmother, what big ears you have," Little Red Riding Hood said, looking at the strange figure in the bed. "All the better to hear you with, my dear," the wolf replied in a deep voice. "Grandmother, what big eyes you have," Little Red Riding Hood said, feeling a little nervous. "All the better to see you with, my dear," said the wolf. "Grandmother, what a big mouth you have," Little Red Riding Hood said, now very scared. "All the better to eat you with," the wolf growled and jumped out of bed. Just as the wolf was about to catch Little Red Riding Hood, a hunter who was passing by heard the noise. He quickly ran into the house and saw the wolf. The hunter knew that the wolf had eaten the grandmother, so he quickly killed the wolf. He opened the wolf's stomach and saved the grandmother, who was still alive inside. Little Red Riding Hood was very happy to see her grandmother safe. She thanked the hunter, and they all sat down to have a nice meal together. From that day on, Little Red Riding Hood learned an important lesson. She promised her mother that she would always stay on the path and never talk to strangers again.